This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today I am going to be talking about a game that I had asked for a review copy of this game because it just fascinated me. I really like work replacement games, and this one is so different, and it's Ahau, Rulers of Yucatan. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go down to the table. I am not going to explain the rules. There are just too many moving parts and too many things that go on. And we'll talk a little bit about combat and stuff like that. But if you really want to see a proper walkthrough of it step by step, there's so many videos out there, but the one that I'm going to send you to is Tom over at Slicker Drips, who just does a fantastic job. Just an amazing game. Let's go down to the table. I want to show you the components. I want to show you some of the things and some of the beautiful board, which is double-sided, and how these beautiful components really give you the feel that you are trying to be the ruler of Yucatan. So let's go down. We'll take a look at everything. I'll give you a little brief overview, and then we'll be back on the other side to get my final thoughts. So, like I said, I am not going to explain the rules here. If you really want to check them out, go check out my boy Tom over at Slicker Drips. He does a fantastic job with this. What I wanted to do was talk about why this game is so different and really fantastic. First of all, if you're going to play with a certain number of players, you're going to be able to flip over the board, and the board is actually going to be a bit bigger on the other side. So if you decide to play with 5 players, well, guess what? Boom, you've got a bigger board and all kinds of different areas. There are actually more areas for you to conquer. On this side, of course, is anywhere from 2 to 4 players that you can play with, and you want to play 5 players on the other side. The real neat thing about this is you can, and what they did so well is here it normally goes a pyramid, and usually it's impossible to show on camera, but on the other side they actually have the pyramid, so you don't have to put it together and try to push these pieces out and so forth and so on. You're going to be tracking what happens in your pyramid. The game's going to end a couple different ways. Number one, if you place all your workers, and the quality of these workers are fantastic. If you start with 12 of these, and if you're able to place all of them, it triggers the end of the game. Or if you fill up your pyramid. Over here you have a strength dial. That's I'm gonna explain that in a second and how that's gonna play out. It's really interesting how each turn it kind of starts off, because even if you lose a battle, you still have so many different things to do. You're going to select 2 cards, so you're going to have your pyramid out, and you're not going to have it on this board, of course, but you're going to have a certain amount of cards. Now, if you are in a certain area, and we'll just use this guy to say, and you want to go here, okay, and your opponent wants to go there, and you know that, and you want to block him from it, you're going to pick the card and put it on this side of where you want to go. So I want to move here, okay? And what I want to do is I want to try to capture this land and consider taking this and making sure that this is mine. So you have other numbers in here. This is going to be considered your strength. You're always going to put your strength on the other side. So when you turn this over, if he has a 2 and you have a 2, you're going to meet here in battle. You're going to take that 6, if you really want that. That's going to give you 6 strength, and then you're going to compare it to what he picked and his strength, and that is going to determine who wins the battle. Now what's going to happen is the loser is going to move in one of the adjacent areas. Of course, he can't go where there's something else claimed, but you can kind of try to block somebody. Well, you know something, I don't want him to get this because I want to have this. In the meantime, you are going to be trying to get resources. The resources are absolutely beautiful, and you're going to be working and doing actions. You're going to resolve conflicts. You're going to take a pyramid tile from whatever region you win and start building your pyramid. Your action phase, you're going to be placing workers, okay? And that's going to help you get resources, which are going to help you do a number of different things. You can summon gods. Now, the god powers are really amazing. They're actually on the back of your card that you're going to be looking at, and each god has a different ability that's going to help you. There is going to be the chief god. There's going to be a god of trade, a god, the rain god, the underworld god, the sun god, the chief god, and each one has a different symbol. You're going to decide. You're going to try to capture and use whatever god power that you can against your opponent, because ultimately you are going to be trying to score victory points, and whoever has the most victory points is going to win. You are going to produce. You're going to deplete a production site adjacent to the city where you place your worker, and that's going to get you resources. You're going to try to build. You're going to try to trade. You're going to do everything you can. You're going to replenish your pyramid tiles, discard the leftmost building tile in an offer, and each card, which is really interesting, has a different starting resource. So depending on what you get, you don't know, you're going to pick one of these cards and they will have a different starting resources, which may change how you want to do this. There is a lot of moving parts in this, and we're going to talk more about this up top and some of the things that happen here with the chief gods, rain gods, and trade gods, and sun gods, and jaguar gods. And we're going to really talk how this is so thematic, and you feel it when you play this. This map is beautiful. The components are top-notch. I'm going to talk more about this up top. Now, I just gave you a taste of it, and like I said, go check out Tom at Slicker Drips, who is one of my favorites. He does such a fantastic job. But for me to explain it, there's so many better videos. I don't think I could really do as good of a job. But what I do want to tell you is that this is a must-have. This is really something different. I love the battling. I love when you battle for something, and when you lose, you actually get an additional strength. So you're getting something out of a loss, and even if you lose and you're sent to a different place, there's so many things that you can do to try to kind of get the engine going. It's really amazing. The components are top notch. The little wooden like water. I mean, everything is just detailed perfectly. I like how they give you an option, so you don't have to have the pyramid put together, or you can just use this side and just lay the little tile that goes in the top of the pyramid on there. I always have a problem putting that pyramid together, and I struggle with it. The other thing is that they give you this beautiful historical background, which gives you a feel. It puts you in that time period and gives you that feel, and really gets you into the theme of the game. And they explain all the buildings, the natural resources that were around. They talk about each and every province. Going the extra mile to make the theme stick, and then having a solid game. It's not just, place your worker, I got blocked there. There are a lot of different things you could do, and you never feel shut off from the game if if somebody goes before you. They don't, you may want something, but there were other things that you could do, and you just kind of start building this thing, and it just takes off. The game takes off. I think it's probably one of the best worker placement games I've played in a very, very, very long time. And I'm going to tell you this is very, very, very good. And I highly, highly suggested this one. I kind of, you know, like I wanted to show this before you went to Gen Con. This was at Gen Con. And make sure that when you have the availability, you pick this up. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This is a must-have. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.